Hey guys, what's up? Dustin von Warncke out here at my gym, Hero Way Strength and Conditioning. Just finished the bike, doing the third take on this video because something's gone wrong every time I've tried to finish it. Either the camera's not turning the right way or something happens. Anyway, it's a long story, but I'm back with another Tuesday morning inspiration video for you that I'm releasing Monday night, kind of middle of the morning, I guess, or early part of the morning, I should say. But I do my best thinking and my best work late at night. That's just kind of one of my things. So I'm here at the gym and just inspired to talk to you guys about life. I'm down 10 pounds from where I was 2 weeks ago. And part of that's been because I finally beat the Midnight Marauder, which is what one of my family members refers to as the guy that makes you eat late at night. And that's one of my things that I have an issue with. Is late night snacking, and I'm being accountable to all of you guys, so that's one of my things. And basically what I've done is just cut out, no matter if it's hell or high water, no matter what happens, I will not eat anything after about 9 o'clock at night. And that has been a tremendous game changer for me, just finally getting that part of my life under control, that no matter what happens, I'm not going to eat late at night. And like I say, I'm already 10 pounds down and continue to lose weight. And going to the gym 3 nights a week at least, and getting a hold of a good personal trainer too. I've got a boxing coach that I'm meeting with here in the near future that is here at the gym that I'm excited about. I had my first boxing lesson with another boxing coach back in I guess it was Friday night of this last week, and so that was really exciting. The main thing I wanted to bring up on this video, guys, is I've talked about this to some regard. Life is not all about you, and that's the one thing that we kind of walk around like, like we're kids, where we think the whole world kind of drops through the axis of our head and revolves around us, when really the world revolves around a universe, and the universe revolves around God knows what. But basically, life is about you in the totality of everything that you are, as far as you being part of, connected to everyone else. But it's not all about just me, and my, and the thing is, our culture teaches us that that's okay because we see these guys with these big mansions and these big houses and these big cars and these fancy jets and all this other stuff on Facebook and on YouTube and all these other places in the digital world that we look. And we kind of see that stuff and we go, oh, I wish I had what they had. Or wouldn't it be nice if I had never had to worry about money again for the rest of my life, and all these other things. And we get all entangled with, and I've done this myself, with, I've got to have this life, I've got to have all this stuff, when in truth, we can't leave with any of it, okay? You can enjoy it while you're here, but that's only a limited amount of time. And, there's kids starving in Africa. There's a wide variety of famines around the world. There's a wide variety of people that need help all over creation. And to say that it's all about me and mine and getting what I want, and even though I talk about the hustle and the grind and stuff like that, and I definitely have a lot of nice things myself, I try to put people first because that seems to be the thing that gives me the most amount of happiness, is when I'm helping other people, when I'm engaging in being a blessing because I'm a blessing. And I talk about that a lot on this blog, but I mean, it's true, because when you're all in it for yourself, you don't see the greater good. You don't see the greater benefit to mankind. You don't see the greater benefit to those that are around you. So it's not all about you, but it's more about those that are around you that you can impact in a positive way. And there's a local situation that's happening in one of the businesses that I visit, where a company is getting sued out of owning the land, so a land developer can come and take over that land and build houses over it. And it's kind of dirty what's going on, but I mean, the thing I think about is that at the end of that person's life that's forcing this company to get sued and forcing these lawsuits and forcing all these bad things to happen to this business owner, is that you're going to have to answer for that at some point. You're going to have to answer to that in the value of the afterlife and the value of your life and the effect that you have on other people. So what I'm saying is, no man's an island. I wrote about that in my first book, There's Power in Living, and I'll tell you something about that in a minute too. But also the fact that no man is an island and the fact that we're all interconnected to each other. You have a ripple effect to the people that are around you. You have a ripple effect to the people that you are impacting in life, whether you know it or not, whether it's a positive effect or a negative effect. Just be cognizant of that. Be aware of that. Because of the awareness that we have and the interconnectivity that we have with our minds and with our spirits and with our bodies connecting with each other in life, we have an impact on directly affecting somebody else's feelings. And to take that for granted and be a negative force in somebody's life, well, that's no good, because you're going to continue to make negative ripples and all over the place wherever you go. I know some people that are miserable, that live their lives going around and just moping around all over the place and having no love for anything that they do, and they make everybody around them miserable. Okay, it's a ripple effect. It's just like a drop of water in a pond. It ripples out. And that's what a lot of people don't realize when they look at life and the interconnectivity of it all, is that we're more interconnectivity, or interconnected than you will ever know, and that I will ever know, and that only God knows, is because that's just the way things were done by design. Okay, I wasn't going to talk about this, but I'm going to talk about this. My YouTube video that I have up on Steve Hardcopy, I'm getting ready to put another video up of Steve going to a Mexican church down in Monterrey, Mexico, and delivering his message about his life after death experience in Vietnam, in the jungles of Vietnam, dying and coming back from the afterlife, and basically experiencing God on a whole new level. And it's a great video. It's got over 400,000 videos, 400,000 views. My most popular YouTube video by far. It gets about 2,000 views a day, and you can find that on my YouTube channel. It's my most popular upload. But anyway, if you haven't watched that, I'll post a link of the new video that Steve did with a Spanish translator coming up here probably next week or maybe later this week. But anyway, that all being said, on the current video that Steve has, somebody left a very disturbing comment that they wanted to take their own life. And the thing that bothered me about that is that Steve's video talks about, the joy of life and of love, and God literally being made up of love and everything like that. And I always thought it was an inspirational hope video because it helped people see that there was value in life. And what I did is I responded to this person right away, gave him the suicide prevention line, gave him my personal email, whatever. I'm not a professional at any of that stuff, but I mean, at least can help somebody. And when it comes to saving a life, I mean, you do everything you can do. But there's only so much you can do sometimes. And I felt kind of helpless because I can't, save everyone, for lack of a better word. But I mean, basically, I can't be more of an impact to people on that level that are hopeless, because I know what it feels like to be hopeless. I felt hopeless. I went through depression. I went through hard, dark times, about 7 years ago with my own depression. So I can feel that in new ways that a lot of people will never even know. I mean, I felt things that a lot of people I hope would never feel, as far as feeling hopeless and worthless and everything else, just by the nature of depression and the mental health issues that I've run through. But the thing that I also am brought to scope with is the fact that, that all being said, there are people that have posted comments that they thought about ending their life, and that video had saved them. That video had made them more aware of something that was positive, and something that was positive in their life with God, and they're positive with their life with their spiritual walk, and positive with their life, overall. And so that inspires me. There's a lot of people that videos help versus people that we can't help sometimes. So I've learned over the years to, take the good with the bad sometimes, and you can't fix everything, and that's just part of our nature. We're not supposed to fix everything. We're not supposed to be Mr. Fix-It-Hats and do that stuff. As men, we're definitely wired that way. But as women, women have the same kind of thing when it's more about relationships. Men, it's more about accomplishment and stuff and fixing everything, and we're in the Mr. Fix-It-Hat. And anyway, to go off on that tangent, but my main goal is to try to inspire and give you spoonfuls of hope, so you don't end up like the guy that was very disturbing and his comment as far as wanting to end his life. And there's so much to live for, and that's what I was telling him in my comment. I was like, you know, there's so much to give thanks for. There's so many people around you. He was complaining that he was lonely, he had nobody. And the thing is, if you just look anywhere, you'll find somebody, and you'll find help and resources and hope out there. A lot of people say that, you know, to get to that point of life, you have to almost, your coping mechanisms have to be overtaken by hopelessness. And I mean, it's something that I'm not afraid to talk about on this vlog, because, you know, it's a real thing. I mean, we have veterans committing suicide. We have all kinds of, you know, people coming back from the war, coming back from post-traumatic stress disorders, whether it's military or not related. I mean, there's a lot of different people that are dealing with a lot of heavy stuff, and I feel that. And I just want you to know that no matter how bad it looks, no matter how hopeless it may seem, there's hope. There's life. There's so much beautiful, you know, territory out there still left to explore in life. And we are all expressions of God. We're all creations of God. And because of that, we have a purpose here to live, and significance and meaningfulness to live out here. And, you know, there's so much to that. You know, I'm going to live until my dying breath and just keep on preaching the message of hope and inspiration, and, you know, my view of the outdoor lifestyle as well, of hunting and fishing and that kind of stuff, and self-sustainability and all that other stuff. But there's just so much to be grateful for. There's so much to give thanks for. There's so much that we have to grow in, and to grow and help other people, and to be a blessing to other people. And it's not all about you. And that's not to say that I'm going to sell all my possessions and become, you know, a monk and shave my head and drink Kool-Aid and all that other stuff and start some cult. That's not it at all. My main thing is that it's all about love. It's all about the greater good around you and what you can do through the power of love to help other people. And what God really wants from you is that love, and to perpetuate that love around you. And I know this one's gone a little bit longer than I normally do, but I've just had a lot on my mind, especially the YouTube comment the other day really got to me. And there's just so much to live for. There's so many blessings out there, guys. There's so much to just look around and give thanks for. And one of the things that I've started doing, I need to do more in the future, is make a list of everything you have to be grateful for. Make a list of everything you may have taken for granted. Make a list of everything that you have, your health, your house, your apartment, your car, even if it's a beater, okay? Your family, okay? The intangible things that you cannot replace with money. There's so many things like that that are such a blessing to yourself and other people, that you have to take inventory of in your life, and not to take for granted, not to hold on to the negative things, because that's what the enemy, I guess you want to call them that, the devil, or hell, or whatever you want to call evil forces, want you to lose. They want you to just think about that and give up hope. And my whole goal is to try to win as many people over to the hope aspect, and forgiveness, and there's grace, and there's mercy, and there's so many great things that are there for you, that aren't even tangible. All right, you have the source of everything that you need in your life. All right, you have the source. You are part of the divine creator. You are a piece and an expression of God. Because of that, you have great power inside of you to do great things in this world. Okay. So I'm going to leave it with that. Thank you guys so much for watching, reading, and listening. You guys rock. Thank you guys for being my accountability partner. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. Have an awesome day in the outdoors. We'll see you next time.